is Brittany, and this is my persuasive speech for Communications 111. For 50 million years, coral reefs have been thriving amongst the sea floor, bringing homes to thousands of different species. Why should you care about the reefs? The reefs bring protection to our coastlines from tropical storms. This includes tsunamis, hurricanes, cyclones, just the regular waves crashing really hard on the beach. When it brings food, you're not going to go out and fish for your own fish by yourself. Therefore, we have commercial fishermen, meaning it gives them a job and it brings money into the economy because you're then buying that seafood. Money is also brought in through tourist attractions, whether it be a fishing charter, a snorkeling adventure, or you're going to go out and you're going to do your first dive with an instructor. Today we will talk about the importance of the reefs and why it is essential to all of us to help them be restored and then continue thriving after they've been restored. Once they are thriving, hopefully they will continue to grow on their own and cover more of the ocean floor than they already are, meaning more stuff to explore, so more oceanographers, more biologists, more fishing charter boats because of the increase in fish, more people wanting to go out and dive. Most people don't realize the impact that the reefs have on all of our lives, but I can guarantee you this: if you live on Earth, the reefs affect your life in one way or another. If the reefs were to die, we would see more ravaged coastlines from cyclones and hurricanes that aren't slowed down when they hit the reefs. They're called barrier reefs for a reason. The United States only has one barrier reef, that is the Florida Tract, that goes throughout all the Keys and then some. It is also very hurt right now. The staghorn and elkhorn corals, which are the two main corals in the Florida Tract, are one step away from being completely extinct. Right now they are seen as critically endangered and are on the critically endangered list. If we can't reverse it, they will be completely wiped from the earth. And all we will have left is the bleached remains, and eventually those are just going to get broken down with the tides and become sand. Helping a cause that has such a big impact on everyone in the world seems like a no-brainer, but how can you help if you don't know why you should? Would you think that something you can't see unless you go looking for it would have such a big impact on your life? The reefs hold half the human CO2 pollution. Without that, that would all be emitted into the atmosphere. We don't have enough trees to then take it back in and turn it into their photosynthesis and give us oxygen. That near the poles can be a good thing because it slows down the depletion of the ozone layer because it doesn't let the chemical that depletes the ozone layer get to the ozone layers quickly. But in spots like near the equator, where most of our reefs are because they like the warmer waters, it does the opposite. It depletes the ozone layers quicker, and when that depletes, we've all been through high school, we won't have a world without the ozone layer. Okay. Now that you know what will happen if we lose our reefs, I'm going to show you one nonprofit organization that has been around since 2007 that is founded solely for the purpose of restoring our reefs and then helping them thrive then thereafter. That nonprofit organization is the Coral Restoration Foundation. Again, they were founded in 2007, and they are the largest coral restoration organization in the world. The Coral Restoration Restoration Foundation uses coral trees, aka offshore nurseries, to grow the corals from little fragments into big enough sections that can then be outplanted to specific sites along the reef where they will grow and then thrive. With this, their goal is to take the coral reef track that right now is looking more so very bleached and dead back to what it should look like, where you see an abundance of fish and vibrant, colorful coral. They are working with 11 species, but that turns into 303 some odd different corals. Since 2007, they've successfully restored 120,000 corals to the reefs using their offshore nurseries. This will bring more tourists in. It will keep our coastlines looking very clean and intact, and give us reefs that look more like this, like they should. An abundance of fish, an abundance of life. With this will bring back the increased amount of jobs and everything else. I found all of my information using Coral Restoration's website directly, along with National Geographic's website and the Coral Project. So today I'd like to ask you to donate to save our ocean's reefs. I'm not going to ask you just to donate to a cause that you don't actively see me supporting myself, and it is something that I completely follow and think that we would benefit from having. So, if this works the way I want it to, hopefully it will. It does not. Technical man, fix my computer. As you can see, I'm going to be getting the CRF buff and a steel tumbler. All of the proceeds from their store go directly to helping them in their efforts. If you do not wish to buy something for yourself, and they've got an entire little store of everyday things that you can use, you can go through and donate your time if you're an experienced diver, or you can go through and just donate $1 or $2. I'm actually not going to go through this entire thing because I do not know who all is seeing this, and I do not want my address and all of the required fields out there to a bunch of strangers. But I hope this very organization deems that, or has given you enough reasons to support it and support the world, because you're not just helping yourself, you're helping the entire world. Anyway, have a good night.